Oh, okay. Okay, welcome back to day number 4. I am in the same outfit because I'm just gonna film like 3 or 4 videos all in the same day because that's being productive. Time batching on the Skinny Confidential podcast. I learned that from there. Do things in chunks. So number 4 is, again, so cheesy. Number 4 is to deepen my spiritual practice. 2019, I started getting into wellness. I started reading personal growth books, and naturally I started gravitating towards meditation, yoga, whole foods, stuff like that. I think that's what happens. Start leaning towards like organic foods, green juices, like hot yoga, all that kind of stuff. I started dabbling in that stuff in 2019, but this year I really want to focus on being more spiritual, which is crazy because I never ever considered myself a spiritual person, even though I grew up going to church on Sundays, and then we kind of just stopped because my parents, 4 kids, everyone 2 or 3 different sports. There was just no time on the weekends anymore. So we kind of like got out of that. But ever since I started reading into more personal growth and doing more meditation, I'm like mind blown with like that side of things, like the universe and the law of attraction. I've learned from Manifestation Babe, her podcast. I've learned a lot from her. So I definitely believe in the power of the universe and that like attracts like, and how we're all made up of energy and atoms, and how, I don't even know, it honestly hurts my head to talk about it. But I want to understand more of why we were put on this earth in 2020. It's so interesting to me because I really do think that each person is meant to do something different. And I think our goal in life is to like really dig down deep and find out why each of us were put on this earth and find out what aligns with us. And I think you do that by meditating, yoga, by really paying attention to what feels good in the moment. 2020 is to dive into my spiritual practice a bit more. I'm starting to get really interested in chakras and what each of those mean. So there's 7 chakras, each come with like a different color. They're located in a different spot of your body. The root chakras at like the bottom of your spine. I don't even know the names yet. And then there's the one kind of like underneath your belly button. Then there's one in your sternum, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and then the top of your head. Is that 7? I don't even know. Anyway, but each of them like does a different meanings. They have a different color, and to like open those up means to open different parts of like your feelings and personality traits up. I don't know. It's actually really cool. So maybe start reading about that if you're starting to get interested in meditation, and take a look into that. I want to get more interested in like saging and like energy cleansing, Reiki healing, and that stuff. Because it's scientifically proven that we are all made up of atoms and energy. Like there's no arguing about that. So I want to figure out how I can make my energy like the cleanest, healthiest. I don't really know how to explain it.
It makes sense in my head.
If you're not interested in health and wellness, or you're not ready to kind of understand like the manifestation and affirmations, like the power of the mind, then this stuff is not for you. I couldn't even imagine talking about this stuff like a year ago because I had no idea that this even existed. Like I didn't think on that kind of plane. Like I kind of only thought like the universe was like 3D, but I'm starting to understand now that there's so much more to it. So I really want to kind of just deepen my understanding of why us humans are put on this earth. It's such like a simple question, but it's like the most mind-blowing, crazy thing to think about. So I want to get to the bottom of it eventually. I know that's going to take my entire life, but I really want to start deepening that practice by doing more yoga, like Reiki healing, reading more books on spirituality, listening to more podcasts. I've been listening to the Highest Self podcast by Sahara Rose, which has been really helpful, and the Own Your Magic podcast by Raquel. I can't remember her last name, but I'll put them in the bio. These have just been like so eye-opening, and it just kind of learning about this spiritual stuff helps me feel more safe, protected, and like guided, and that everything that does happen is happening for us and it's not happening against us. Everything happens to us for a reason. There's no such thing as coincidence. I'm really starting to understand that now. So number 4, deepen my spirituality. So okay, bye.